Good morning, saints of God. God bless you all. Happy Tuesday to everybody. This is another day that the Lord has made, and we shall rejoice and be glad in it. I'm so glad to be able to come before you once again, and I'm going to be brief this morning. Today is a very special day. My oldest daughter, Sharice's birthday is today. Thank God for her, and I thank God for God blessing her to see another birthday. You know, these things are not promised to us, and we are seeing that more and more, especially this year. You know, the God gave me on this year the theme. This is going to be the year of testing, transition, and triumph. You know, we all want to get to that portion of triumph, but there are some testing that we have to go through, and there are some transitions that we are faced with. We're seeing people, loved ones that we hold near and dear, see them transitioning on to glory, and it's just precious for us to embrace each day that God blesses us with. We should rejoice and be glad in it. So today, March 15th, 2022, another day that God has blessed us to see, another day that He has touched us and anointed us to be in the land of the living. I just want to speak with you briefly on today about preparation is necessary. Preparation is necessary. You know, we prepare for a lot of things. You know, we think about going on vacation. We map out our route. We plan our stay in the room or the cabin or wherever we're going to go, plan out each day's activities. You know, we make preparation for those things that we enjoy doing. You know, if it's sporting events for our children, if they are involved with athletics, you know, we make preparations for them. It's important for us to prepare. And I know that to be successful and to be good, if you will, at what you do, then practice is necessary. Practice, you know, that's part of the preparation process for the actual game itself. So, you know, in the life that we live, there is some preparation that we have to do to prepare us for that ultimate goal of eternal life. Some things that we should be doing every day. We should be lining ourselves up with the will of God. We should be in the face of God. You know, the preparation that we do is going to help us, and then there'll be no doubt. I don't want there to be any question in anybody's mind when the Lord calls me home. I don't want anyone to wonder, was he really saved, or will he make it to heaven? Do you think he's really in heaven? I don't want there to be any doubt. I want people to know, not based on what I say, but my character, my conduct, my conversation, how I carry myself around people speaks louder than the words that we often speak. So let's make sure, people of God, let's make sure that we are doing all that we know to do to prepare ourselves and to prepare our children, to prepare our loved ones for their eternal destination. You know, we put so much emphasis sometimes on all of these things in the world, but you know, the Bible lets us know that heaven and earth is going to pass away. And, you know, really only what you do for Christ is going to last. That's what's going to stand. That's what's going to be called into question, into judgment. So let's do what's right. Let's do what we know is right. Preparation is necessary. It's necessary. I want to read from Matthew, the 25th chapter, and this is a story about the 10 virgins. 10 virgins. Five, as it says in the Bible, five were foolish and five were wise. And we want to be rather counted among the wise. We want to be counted among the wise. Something to be said about wisdom. I like the scripture from Proverbs 1 and 7 that says that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. I don't want to be called into question whether or not I use wisdom in my choices that I make, because the choices that we make, whether you know it or not, they determine your destiny. The choices that you make here, the choices that you make today, That's why Proverbs 3, 5, and 6 says that we are not to lean to our own understanding. We trust in the Lord with all of our heart. Lean not to our own understanding. In all of our ways, we acknowledge him. We consult the Lord on small matters, large matters. We consult him. We consult the Lord. And he said he would direct our path. He would order our steps. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. And we want the Lord to lead us, and we want him to guide us in everything that we do, every avenue, every undertaking that we take. We want the Lord to lead us. Matthew 25, and I'm going to read about 13 verses. Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. And the 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish. They that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them. This is fallacy number one. Mistake number one. Problem number one. They were not prepared for a long stay. They were not prepared for a wait. And those of us that are children of God, we know that there is something about waiting. We wait in a lot of different areas. And those of you that were in the military, you know about waiting. You know, when I was in the Air Force and on active duty, you know, one of the coined phrases that was said quite often was, we hurry up and wait. So we would hurry and get to a place, hurry and get to an appointment, and then we would have to wait. We'd have to wait. We were not seen on the scheduled time, but we had to wait. And we learned how to wait. And they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. We have to learn how to wait. We have to learn how to mount up on wings of eagles. We have to learn how to run and not be weary, to walk and not faint. We have to learn how to be patient in this endeavor, in this walk with the Lord. So while we're waiting, we make sure that we are prepared. While we're waiting, we're praying. While we're waiting, we're fasting. While we are waiting, we are reading the word of God. We're meditating on the word. So the word keeps us encouraged. It keeps us built up so that we are able to stand when the wiles of the devil come at us day by day. When the wolves come at us as we are symbolic as the sheep, we're able to be covered because the shepherd is there to keep us protected from all dangers, seen and unseen. Verse 5 says, while the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and they slept. And, you know, sometimes we can find ourselves getting lulled into a state of sleep. We'll fall asleep. We're not alert. We're not awake. You know, we're not active, and we're not vibrant. In our everyday life, we find ourselves slumbering and sleeping. And while we sleep, we find ourselves missing some things that we miss. We don't see what's happening. We may miss our departure. You know, I was in Korea, and I was riding the bus, and I fell asleep. You know, just working hard, tired, fell asleep, and I didn't wake up until I was past my stop. You know, I was past the place where I was supposed to get off. You know, in a strange country. You know, but God was with me, and I just talked to the driver, and he turned around, you know, and took me back to the place where I needed to be. But I thank God today. That we can have a covering with the Lord, no matter where we are. Verse 6 says, and at midnight there was a cry made, behold, the bridegroom cometh. Go ye out to meet him. You know, the bridegroom is Jesus. We're waiting for the return of Jesus right now. We're waiting for him to return. So this is a parable. This is symbolic of us waiting right now. What are we doing in the time that we're waiting for the Lord to return? Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said unto the wise, give us of your oil, for our lamps are gone out. You know, when the Lord shows up in the sky, when he comes back, it's not going to be the time to be seeking forgiveness. It's not going to be the time to be running and asking people for their for their condolences and their embracing of you and the forgiveness. It's time for us to be ready. We have to be prepared at all times. We have to be ready because no man knows the day nor the hour when the Lord is going to return, and we have to make sure that we are prepared, that we are ready. We are ready. We're ready to go whenever he calls us home. I see young people now being called out, and it's in our minds that we think that people are going to live to an old age and then pass. But I see children dying before their parents. Those things are happening on a regular basis now. So we don't know. And we have to make sure that as parents that we have trained our children so that if they do get called by the Lord before we do, that we know that we have trained them up in the way that they should go, that we have given them everything that they need to be successful in their Christian walk with the Lord. Verse number 9 says, "But the wise answered and said, Not so, lest there not be enough for us and you. But go ye rather to them that sell and buy for yourselves. And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went with him to the marriage, and the door was shut." Those that were ready, they made it in. Those that were unprepared, those that still had things to get straight, they did not make it in. Verse 11 says, "Afterward came also the other virgins, those that went back to get some more oil, saying, Lord, open to us. But he answered and said, Verily I say unto you, I know you not." Verse 13 and my last verse says, "Watch therefore, for know neither the day, for ye know neither the day nor the hour wherein the Son of Man cometh." So we want to make sure that we are prepared. My word for today for you is preparation is necessary. Let's make sure that our lamps are trimmed, that we have more than enough supply. And that's a spiritual metaphor for us today, to make sure that we have prayers laid up, that we have prayers stored up, that we are ready to face the challenges that we have, so that we're not thrown off by the world's events. We're not thrown off by mistreatment by people. We're not thrown off. We're steady and we're stable in our relationship with the Lord. Preparation is necessary. I want you all to know that God loves you. God loves you. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. God bless you all. Have a wonderful Tuesday. Have a wonderful rest of the week. And we'll see you next Tuesday if the Lord bless and says the same.